Hi, I'm Will, and in this video, we'll explore a hero we hope makes it into Marvel Rivals. So, let's kick this off with Thanos, arguably the biggest villain out there, besides Magneto. He's got the usual package: strength, speed, agility, built like a purple meatball. But, here's the thing. We already have Hulk and the Thing throwing punches. So, how do we make him different? In the comics, Thanos was always a fighter, except for that one time with the helicopter. Forget that one. I want to focus on the MCU version. Why? Because right now, the only tanks who use weapons are Thor and Angela. And weapons open up way more possibilities than just punching. Thanos is obviously a vanguard, but his kit, I think it should revolve around his dual sword. And the cool thing about having that dual sword is it does cleave damage as well. Not just one person that gets it. You're standing in front of him and he's swinging on you. He's going to be getting everybody, not just one person. First ability, obviously, spins it. They get some speed, knockback, and even blocks ultimates. Because if you've seen in the movies, he does spin the sword. Second ability is to throw it. Unlike Thor's hammer, it passes through enemies, sticks to the wall, sticks to the ground, and can return if it goes too far. And this ability itself has more abilities. For example, imagine throwing it and be able to leap towards it. Now, why would you want to do this? Be able to reposition yourself. Say someone's getting away. Say you're in a bad spot. Just simply throw it and you can go ahead and leave. Or catch up to the person. Or get behind the enemy team and use your spin attack and push them into the way of an ult that they were trying to hide from. The other thing you could do with it is to be able to have it recall. So throw it, have it come back to you. Anybody stuck in the path gets caught with it. So think Bucky's hook, but better. I mean, after all, it is Thanos and he's a vanguard. So why not? Of course, what is he going to do without it? Just punches people. I mean, he's still got hands. Now, these ideas are cool, so let's add more. There's still a free button we haven't used. We've used his primary, we've used the secondary, so what's the last one we're missing? Left shift. But now that we have these ideas out, let's go ahead and turn him from a 2-star hero to a 5-star hero by using the left shift to change his abilities. What do I mean by this? Easy. What is Thanos known for? Aside from being purple. Infinity Stones. Exactly. But which specific ones? I mean, there are 6 of them. We got power, reality, time, space, mind, soul. But we can't use all of them. We don't have enough buttons. Plus, it wouldn't be fair. So I narrowed it down to these 3 I think have the best utility that will be both fun, but not game breaking. First stone we'll use, obviously, the Space Stone. The Space Stone has appeared multiple times in the movies. I feel like this would be the best one for him to have as the first one. Simply put, he could portal. However, unlike Doctor Strange, where he could portal everybody and keep it open for a good amount of time, it would kind of write off Doctor Strange. After all, Doctor Strange right now, currently, is only good for a shield, but Magneto is better. All he got left is the portal. Take that away from him, well then no one's going to really want to play Doctor Strange. So, let's give him the Space Stone. But let's add a little catch to it. Summon a portal. You pick where that portal is, and only you go by yourself. That's it. After all, Thanos was all he needed to get those Infinity Stones. Now that we have the first stone taken care of, what's the second one? Easy. We already talked about it. Power Stone. So the Power Stone increases his strength by 30%, right? Makes a 100 damage be 130. Just to keep it simple. No, he's not going to do 130 damage per punch. That would be crazy. But there is an idea right there. No, we keep it simple. 30% increase. Now that he's punching you, he's not going to be able to do the cleave damage that he could with his dual sword. So, it's more focused. Meaning, it's more personal. So why not have a little bit of extra damage? And, cool thing is, does a combo. Imagine punch, punch, uppercut, maybe a kick. Kick does the most damage. Takes a bit of a wind up. but can push you back, even if it's a little bit. Okay, we have 2 of the stones down. What's our third one? After all, can't have all 6. So the third one, the reality stone. So let's have the reality stone undo ultimates. Now, before you go typing in the comments, losing your minds, it's only temporary. Say 2 to 3 seconds, right? You put it on a support, put it on somebody. Say Invis or Luna ulted, right? Stay with me. Put the ability on them. You undo the ult. They keep the charge. They can't use their ultimate for 2 or 3 seconds. Maybe that's enough for you to be able to swing that battle, right? Say Star-Lord is above you, trying to get a whole bunch of kills. Undo his ult. Falls back down. You get to be able to take cover, reposition. Ults again. Well, now you know it's coming. Because you know it's coming. Get the plan a little bit. Even if it's for 3 seconds. It's a lot you can do in 3 seconds. Trust me, I didn't know. Or, whenever your teammates dies. Bad positioning. Maybe they used the ult and died. Let's say you bring them back. Probably without the ultimate. Maybe with the ultimate. I don't know. We'll have to think about that one. But imagine being able to place it on them. They go run and do something. Die. Well, they'll just respawn right there when you put the reality stone on them. And maybe they'll go die again. Who knows? Die twice, I guess. The only reason I'm not 100% sure on giving them the ultimate back is nobody needs 2 ultimates. You're fine. Let's just say that's just like a little glitch that happens when you use the reality stone. You get to come back, just not with everything. Mostly everything. You still messed up. Still punishes you. Shouldn't reward stupidity. Let's say Iron Fist is attacking you. Charging up his abilities. Blocks you. Then he starts to attack you. Put a reality stone on him. Undo that. Does this block? Well, it doesn't get any of the damage. Any of the speed. You do. You get to increase your speed. You get to increase your damage. You get to lay him out really quickly. But only for a couple seconds. Then he gets to do his ability again. I think Emma grabs you. Well, place the ability on you beforehand. They go diamond form. You could either undo their diamond form. Of course, they'll get it back. Or, how about all the damage you took gets undone. Pins you, grabs you, kicks you in the wall, take massive damage. Undo that. 3 seconds. Boom. You're fine. Now, there are the other 3 stones, and I did consider them for this. However, they're a little too limited. Let me explain. So let's try the Soul Stone, right? Let's take the Soul Stone. Well, we could bring back somebody from the dead. Well, the Reality Stone can do that. Well, okay, maybe we can give healing over time to our teammates. Okay. But there's health packs. And the healing will probably be really slow. Also, that's why you have supports. And the Reality Stone could do better. Bring them back to the dead. Or undo damage. Easy. What about the Time Stone? Well, we could technically first people in place. We already have enough CC. I mean, we have Wanda's ability. For those who actually use it. I mean, we could also have the Time Stone. Give you back your cooldowns. But nobody wants to have Magneto with 4 bubbles. Or Emma with 2 diamond forms. Imagine having those team-ups. I use my Infinity Stone. And undo the cooldowns. Boom. You have your abilities again. It's a little bit difficult to balance. A bit unfair. Which is why I'm not using it. The last one, of course, Mind Stone. I mean, you could technically use it to, say, flip damage. Make your enemies be able to hurt each other. But they're not really going to be doing that. Take Doctor Strange's ult. He uses it. Well, he's not going to be trying to do it in the middle of his team fight. He's going to be trying to do it in the middle of yours. Take Star-Lord's. Well, then he just stops shooting for 2 or 3 seconds. Okay. He's still got the other remaining time of his ultimate. Enough to at least get a kill. Doesn't really help out. Take Luna or Invis. Cool. I get to switch that for a little bit. 2 or 3 seconds. But then it goes back to them and they'll get their healing. So unless we can secure a kill in that time, not really helpful. which is why I didn't use these ones. They're limited, but some of them are a bit too broken to balance. I mean, you also could have CC immunity with the Mind Stone, but then that kind of makes Emma's ultimate a little bit useless. And it's because of these reasons that some of them overlapped, or too one-dimensional. I just didn't want to include them. We could have them. It would be nice to have them as passives, but realistically, I like having them as abilities you can use. Simply fighting. Power Stone's always on by default. You always do extra damage. You want to use the other two? Go ahead, but it does come at a cost. So we have him now with his dual sword and with his other form with some Infinity Stones. Not all of them. What's his ultimate going to be? Easy. It's going to be the Infinity Gauntlet. In the comics and in the movies, he always uses it. Uses the snap. Deletes half of the universe. We can use that here. Whoa, game breaking. Give me a second. Let me explain. So what would the Infinity Gauntlet do? It would obviously have to delete half of the team. Half of the enemy team. Now that sounds a bit busted, but here's the catch. It picks. It chooses from the second, fourth, and sixth top player on their team. Meaning, in a perfect world, you'd have a 2-2-2. 2 vanguards, 2 duelists, 2 strategists. One of each would be gone. But we don't really always get a perfect game. Sometimes you have 1 vanguard and either 3 DPS or 3 supports. Well, how do we correct for that one? Easy. The vanguard stays because it has to default to having 1. If it's 3 duelists, 2 of them go away. Second and third. And obviously the second strategist. Same rule applies if it's triple support. Well, the second and third will go away, and one of the duelists will go away. That one being the second one. It could just kill them and send them back to the spawn. I want to have a little bit of fun with that one. Why not? We make it be where they got snapped at is where they'll respawn in, say, 10, 20 seconds. Maybe too long. We'll have to see. I mean, after all, they do get to come back, but it does take time. And you'll already know where they're at. Maybe it leaves a little trail of leaves where they were. You win your fight, they come back, you kill the other 3, and you win the round right there. Push the cart, secure a point, whatever. Now, this thing is going to obviously affect the entire map. You can't hide and spawn, and it unaffect you. You can't use any invincible abilities. Nothing like that. Once you're marked, that's it. You're going to be gone. Unless you stop Thanos. Well, how do you do that? Easy. Anyway, you kill him. Or you stun him. Web swing, hit him with ice, hit him with sleep, literally anything. As long as you could stun him out of it, well then there you go. However, as an added help, he's going to have to stand still. And you're going to see a big, shiny red marker right there. Telling you where he's at. And how much time he got. Probably take about 10 seconds to actually use the ability. 10 seconds is a long time to keep him alive. But if you get off successfully, then that's a team win right there. But what are the downsides? After all, say you have a really good Thanos player, gets his ult every 3 minutes, 2 minutes, kind of busted. And that's where the other half of that comes from. Thanos used it. It did damage to him, as shown when the gauntlet partially melted and was actually burning. We apply that here too. His ultimate is locked out for about 3 minutes, and his abilities take longer to use. He can still use the Infinity Stones, but their cooldowns will take 30% longer. He can still fight you as a melee character with his dual sword, but he does 30% less damage. And he has 30% less health. That's how I see we could balance it. It's fair. You use it. You got it off. Congratulations. You want to still play the character? You're going to have a lot of debuffs on you that you cannot fix. You cannot be healed. You are capped 30% of your health. Say you have a certain amount, 30% of it's gone now. And after the 3 minutes, debuffs go away. You can ult again. It's a nice balancing act. You can use the ult, switch out the different Vanguard, play the rest of the match, switch back to him, build it up, ult, repeat. So at the cost of guaranteed kills, you get hit with a lot of debuffs. I think that's a pretty good trade-off for the ultimate. Wipe out half the team, you're going to receive a lot of penalties for that. They don't come for free. But tell me what you think. In the comments, what would you guys want to do? What suggestions would you have? What abilities would you change for him? Give me your ideas, give me your theories. I'll look over them. Because I'm just one person. Now if you enjoyed this video, comment who you want to see next. Give me a character you would like to see in Marvel Rivals. I already have the next one planned. I can't tell you who they are just yet. And they might almost be as dangerous. Anyway, my name has been Will, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Laters!